What is the purpose of your organization? What is the big picture, and how can you translate it into local action every day? Somebody's got to take the lead to do that, to create that culture of leadership. One way to do it is ask what I call the right purpose questions. Go into somebody's office, ask them, how does what you're doing right now support our vision, our mission, our purpose? If they don't know, how can they be doing it? Why should they be doing it? Why are they wasting their time? People need to have a clear sense of purpose, a clear sense of what they're doing, and how to translate it into local action. We also need to put customer value first. If you put customer value first, that's what your purpose is, isn't it? You're not here just for yourself. You're here to serve your customers. And by serving your customers, you fulfill your purpose. These are two intertwined realities of organization. Somebody's got to be driving that process. Some don't care about their customers. Of course you got disconnected. Everyone who calls gets disconnected. That's not the kind of service that we want to fulfill our purpose with, right? Pushing purpose forward means establishing the expectation of service, not self-interest. If what's in it for me isn't also what's in it for us, then we're going to have a problem here, folks. That's not what a partnership's about. We need to put service over self-interest. Now, some need more than just clarification of that. Man comes into his boss's office. Boss says, if you have access to performance-enhancing drugs, I suggest you start using them. So I want you to be clear that I know this doesn't work with everybody, right? Expectations are important, folks, because they create our world. What we expect is what we get. You think something good's going to happen, you find the good. You think something bad's going to happen, you find the bad. Our mind, they call it in the psychological literatures, are primed. This is what advertisers do. They prime you to think, you want to have a great weekend? You got to drink Michelob, right? You want to have excitement? You got to drive a Chevy. They're trying to prime you. We need to prime the pump of expectations so that people are customer-focused and purpose-driven. Now, some misunderstand expectations, and that gets us into trouble. Here's where a little listening would have counted. What are you working on? Any way I can help you, right? We need to set the expectation that the role we play, serving our customers, and your customer could be the guy across the hall or in your cubicle who's a coworker. It could be a person you're trying to sell a product to or provide a contract for. Whoever we're trying to serve, and to what extent we want to lead, that's a partnership. Saw a great example of setting that expectation of partnership in the movie The Gladiator. Remember the scene?
You can help me. Whatever comes out of these gates, we've got a better chance of survival if we work together. Do you understand? If we stay together, we survive.
Did you see this movie? Imagine if Maximus walked out there, surveyed the situation, and turned to his buddies and said, "We're screwed. Where's the motivation?" Yes, you face a complex and challenging world, folks. And the terrorists aren't going to make it easier. Our enemies aren't thinking, gee, those folks at DIA and all those contractors, they're working so hard. I'm going to give them a couple weeks off. They're not thinking that. We need to work together. You need to set that expectation. That's how we're going to win. That's what we mean by partnership, by service and leadership. So this is a quick review of the points I've tried to make. Some of this stuff you already know. I know you know this. But knowing isn't doing, and doing doesn't mean you do it well. And maybe you know it. You need to demonstrate it to others. You need to go back to your organization and ask those questions about the uncertainties. You need to look for ways to, in the movie of your life, reward, reinforce, and recognize people who take the lead and who are first followers. You need to have some discussion about what are the limiting culture roots in our organization. What is the way it is around here that causes people not to speak up? Or if they speak up, why is it we don't follow through on them? By analyzing yourself, by understanding your situation, I know you can do better at this.